All right, you may proceed.
So, Your Honor, we had three hearings initially set for today. A motion to show authority, a motion to compel the deposition of defendant, and then a motion for protective order. We don't need to go forward on the motion to show authority anymore because it looks like counsel and Mr. Baird have since worked that out.
Judge, I think we do need to go forward on that because it's going to play into the other motions and what plaintiff has done in this case. So I would like to go forward on all the motions.
It's their motion, it's their decision. So isn't it their motion?
Yes, Your Honor, it's the plaintiff's motion.
If you want to withdraw it, you can withdraw it.
So I guess we'll start with the motion for a protective order. And that's you'll hear about the motion to show authority in that, because that's kind of why the protective order was filed. Plaintiff's deposition was scheduled for December 5th. And I had to file a motion for protection the day of because I received an email directly from Mr. Baird that essentially said his attorneys were no longer his attorneys anymore. And I'll pull that up if I can share my screen.
I'll allow you. Just go ahead.
All right. So I received this email about 2 hours before the deposition was supposed to occur. It just sent directly to me. Please suspend all litigation and representation on this case. I'm done with this. And I can zoom in a little bit. So that's what I received. I guess that's 3 hours before the deposition. And because of that, I filed the motion to show authority as well as the motion for protection, just instead of just not producing them to, I assumed at the time was attorneys that did not represent him, Mr. Baird. I filed the motion for protective order. Obviously, that was just for that deposition, the December 5th deposition. I still will produce him, obviously, at a future time. But I couldn't move forward that day just because of the email I received. So I'm just requesting a protective order for that particular deposition that was scheduled for December 5th at 1:30 p.m. of the plaintiff.
Do you have anything else?
No, Your Honor. Do you want it? There's two motions. I think we should just take them one at a time.
Okay. Well, let's deal with that one first. Response?
It sounds like they're giving me the plaintiff's deposition, Judge. I'm not really sure what they're asking for in their relief. But the plaintiff's deposition was set. Mr. Baird never fired my firm. We discussed with Mr. Nash that we were still representing Mr. Baird. Mr. Nash unilaterally filed a motion for protection, and now on the day of the hearing is willing to give depot dates. So I'm not sure why we weren't just sent depot dates instead of having the hearing, but I'm not really sure what we're fighting about, Judge.
I mean, I can kind of understand where he's coming from. This email says, please suspend all litigation. I mean, I can see why he might think that means that you guys have been fired. I mean, it's not an unreasonable interpretation. So what is the status? What is why did your client send that, and what's the story?
Well, obviously without breaking confidentiality here, Judge, but it was never supposed to be sent to Mr. Nash. It was a typo. It wasn't sent to him. It was a defendant that's sick of being in a case where a plaintiff sets things like hearings and depositions and then no shows and moves it along. So, and you're gonna see that in the next hearing, Judge, but it's just a defendant that's frustrated with the process. Now, I will tell you that Mr. Nash and I did exchange emails, and we told him that we were not fired and that was not going on. So I understand from the email being confused, but there certainly was no confusion following this email where Mr. Nash sent it to us and where the hearings were set and what was going on past then. But all that said, Judge, it sounds like they're willing to give the depot dates.
Just so we don't have to do this. Just so we don't have to do this again. When is this deposition going to take place? What dates do you have, and what I want you guys to reach an agreement so I can issue an order on it.
Certainly, Judge. And by way of looking forward into this hearing, Judge, the other motion is going to be looking for a depot date of Mr. Baird There's going to be a little explanation of what happened, and plaintiff decided to cancel it the day of. But I'm fine, and that's what I'm going to ask the court to do ultimately is let's figure out 2 dates right now, set them. If they go and they want to take them, then they go that day. And if they no-show the depots, then we're going to
totally agree with you. That's exactly what I was thinking. So let's get
I'm sorry, Perna. If that's Mr. Welch's position, then I think we should just get 2 dates on the calendar right now.
let's do it.
And
February 13th in the afternoon, I'm available. And February 14th, any time. I'd say the 13th and the 14th of February.
let's do the 14th at 1.
For which depot?
Your wives are not going to be happy with that, but okay.
I'm not married.
Or significant others, I should say significant others. Sorry. I don't know. But whatever you guys want to do, if you want to work on ballot, just don't blame Judge Hoffman for it. Don't say, honey, why are you so late? And it's like Judge Hoffman made me take a deposition. So
I agree. I would say plaintiff's depot, February 13th at 1, defendant's depot, February 14th at 1.
Does that work for you, Mr. Nash?
That's fine. Yes.
Okay, so what I want you to do, Mr. Welch, is prepare an order for me. The order at the beginning should say that this was heard on January 30th, 2023, not on this date. And it indicates that both these depositions are ordered to take place as we just agreed to. And then whatever other rulings, the motion for protection would be denied, motion to compel is granted, no attorney's fees. Does that address everything we need to talk about?
Everything for defendant. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I guess, I mean, this is what I'm scared of because opposing counsel has made a lot to do about very minor things. And so I just want something in the order to say that I was excused from, because I know they're going to come back and say I no-showed the deposition on December 5th because of no reason at all, and I unilaterally canceled it. So I just would like something in the order that would take care of that argument at a later date.
Is that before me? I don't know what.
I'm happy to look at whatever. If Mr. Nash wants to take a stab at the order, I'll take a look at it and we can agree to form, Judge. But I think we've got the depots set.
I want you to give me this order, though, no later than this Thursday. So you guys need to exchange this, give me the order no later than this Thursday. Make sure it says at the beginning again, this was heard on January 30th, and that you email Rhonda as well as Yvonne.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Have a great Valentine's Day. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge.
Usually,